It is the Mega Wednesday, and on Mega Wednesdays, we get into a little bit of everything. And today, we are going to be hopping into an artist that sort of fits our monthly theme, which is the World Music Discovery Tour, visiting languages that are not my mother tongue, as well as artists that I might not have otherwise heard. Now, guys, Rosalia, whatever. I forgive me if I'm saying it incorrectly, but her album Lux, it was apparently one of the biggest albums of the year 20 and 25. Give some W's in the chat for Crimson Raider, who actually put together Rosalia. Thank you. Crimson Raider put together a heck of a context. So, Rosalia's fourth album, Lux, released on November 7 of 20 and 25, is a maximalist, hour-long, avant-garde, classical pop record sung in 14 languages. Holy cats. Rosalia spent 3 years producing this album, and a lot of the time was spent on the lyrics. She was hugely inspired by female saints, religious figures, and poets throughout history. Her use of language is very intentional in this album. For example, the song inspired by a Japanese poet saint will feature parts sung in Japanese, etc. The language she chooses to sing in is reflecting where she drew the inspiration from. Lux is still a pop album, but represents a massive pivot for Rosalia, from minimalist pop songs inspired by flamenco and reggaeton to maximalist pop songs with opera-inspired vocals and classical orchestra-inspired melodies. Rosalia was inspired to name her album the Spanish word for light, lux, or luz, by a quote from Leonard Cohen. Forget your perfect offering. There are cracks in everything. That's how the light gets in. Nice. And we have lyrics here. So beautiful. And a song guide. Languages in the song. Saint or poet the song is inspired by. Beautiful. So there's my guide. The song name, the language in the song, and the saint or poet. Wow, this really came with a legend. You'll love to see it. Crimson Raider, you, my friend, are a legend. Okay. A dear friend of mine writes an annual top 31 albums daily countdown each January. Lux was her number one last year. BaconReview.com. Love to see it. Shout out to BaconReview.com. Guys, this is a music discovery stream, so it's very important to me. I gotta know, have you heard this album before? Are you familiar, or are you raw dogging a very first listen with me? Guys, am I on the right album here? Or is it the complete one? This is the one, the hour-long one, the complete works. This is the one I'm doing. So, guys, here we go. Yeah, it seems like most people here have not heard this, where some people have, and those that have seem to really, really, really like it. So, guys, I'm going to hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. These people over here are the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I know I speak for all of us when I say we would love to have you by. Guys, without further ado, Lux by Rosalia. Starting out with Sexo, Violencia y Llantas. Sex, violence, and something? Loving the piano here.
¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios.
You know, to read something that says it's going to be maximalist pop and to get this really delicate kind of classical piano, like grand piano sound followed up by a cello, quite a juxtaposition, which leads me to think that we're about to get a big old drop.
¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? Primero amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios. ¿Quién pudiera venir de esta tierra y entrar en el cielo y volver a la tierra? Que entre la tierra y el cielo nunca viene suelo.
The string arrangement is huge.
En el primero, sexo, violencia
C for cookie.
y llantas, deportes de sangre, monedas en gargantas. En el segundo, destellos, palomas y santas, la gracia y el fruto y el beso de la balanza.
Kind of reminds me of Time to Say Goodbye a little bit. How nice it'd be to live between them both. First, I'll love the world, then I'll love God. How nice it'd be to live between them both. First, I'll love the world, then I'll love God. Kind of seems like wanting to have your cake and eat it too when it comes to faith or something. How nice it'd be to come to this earth, go to heaven, and then come back to earth. And between the earth and heaven, for there to be no ground. In the first, sex, violence, and tires. Blood sports, coins on throats. Wow.
La gracia y el fruto y el beso de la balanza. ¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? Primero amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios.
Oh, wow, what a beautiful ending. The snare.
Ainda te lembro.
Why was it on? I never have it on shuffle. Why on earth was it on shuffle? I'm really sorry to anybody that just got robbed of that experience. We're coming back to it. I feel like there is a little bit of this kind of desire for like goodness and love and like the beautiful things of life, but also like the gnarly things of life. How nice it'd be to live between the both. I don't know. It almost feels like, yeah, again, like to have your cake and eat it too with life. I'm going to let it transition back in now that shuffle's off. What on earth was that about, dude? Oh. Reliquia. Okay, and just so we know, the last one was in Spanish, and it was just the introduction to the album. And then Reliquia is Spanish, and Rosa of Lima was a famous nun known for both her life of severe penance and her care of the poverty-stricken in Peru. But the inspiration for the song comes from the fact that when she died, different parts of her body were distributed among different cities and holy sites as holy relics. That's metal. Really? The song translates to relic.
Yo que perdí mis manos en Jerez y mis ojos en Roma. Crecí y el descaro lo aprendí por Barcelona. Perdí mi lengua.
She says Barcelona like she's speaking Spanish of maybe well, actually, maybe she's speaking Peruvian Spanish. If Rosa was from Peru.
Crecí y el descaro lo aprendí por Barcelona. Perdí mi lengua en París.
She's from Spain.
Mi tiempo anhelé los hills en Milán. La sonrisa
That lo-fi.
Pero mi corazón.
Walter, you have to click on the translations button to get... Oh, you mean like I had done so far? Like I hit on the translations button and then bingo bango just as I had done? You mean like that? You mean, is that what you mean? You mean, oh, that's what you meant. Sorry. It's like checking to see if I locked the door after I very clearly locked the door. Just kidding.
Los hills en Milán, la sonrisa en UK, pero mi corazón nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo.
But my heart doubts. Nunca doesn't. My heart doesn't. I don't know. Can I? If anybody can find a translation for me of this, that'd be fantastic.
Pero mi corazón nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo doy.
I love Cone. Don't time him out. He's my guy. He knows this was all in fun.
Perdí la fe en DC y la amiga en Bangkok, un mal amor en Madrid y en México el blond.
I really love that there's a lo-fi element to this that is so present in the atmosphere here. You know, I wouldn't have expected it to kind of have this like lo-fi resonance to it, but it really connects a lot. Like I feel like, to me, as a person that gets lost in sound, there's something so beautiful about like a warble. Right? Like, there's something so beautiful about just like a drone. And those things add such a depth to a song. Hey, what up, BHP? How's it going, homie? You know, Cone is one of the people that when they call me out, I know it's for my benefit. That was just my turn to return a dunk. We get to dunk on each other. We've earned that.
Nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo doy. Coge un trozo de mí, quédatelo pa' cuando no estés. Seré tu reliquia, soy tu reliquia, seré tu reliquia. Perdí la fe en DC y la amiga en Bangkok, un mal amor en Madrid y en México el blond. La mala hostia en Berlín y el arte en Grana. Perra nació el coraje, pero el cielo nació en Buenos Aires. En Japón lloré y mis pestañas decían.
Can I get a shout out for Buenos Aires? Love those guys. I don't know what it was, but every time, like, the people of Buenos Aires, when they comment on my YouTube channel, they always say, shout out from Buenos Aires. Like, I feel like Los Rusquitos are just like, I don't know how it happened, but there is a pocket of fans of Los Rusquitos that just are chilling in Buenos Aires, and I love them. Like, they are the coolest people. They always come in with their pride and their love of music. I like literally W's for Buenos Aires. I love those guys.
Pero el cielo nació en Buenos Aires. En Japón lloré y mis pestañas deshilé. Y en la ciudad de cristal fue que me trasquilé. Pero el pelo vuelve a crecer, la pureza también, la pureza está en mí y está en Marrakech. No soy una santa. Pero mi corazón nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo doy. Coge un trozo de mí.
The melting pot of genre this is. There's moments where this sounds like she's a Disney princess singing a ballad, but there's other moments where this sounds like it's an indie rock goddess that's like, you know, kind of taking a ray of light Madonna, you know, Björk approach. There is absolutely something huge here, but then you have these moments of like operatic, like virtuosic belting where it sounds like, again, I commented that it kind of reminded me of Time to Say Goodbye. I still think that. And it's all happening in the same song, you know? It's like frog pop, I could agree. With a different melting pot of subgenre, though.
Huyendo de aquí, como huí de Florida, somos delfines saltando, saliendo y entrando en el aro escarlata y brillante del tiempo. Es solo un momento, mar eterno y bravo.
Oh, all of the music drops out but her voice and then it comes back.
Ni tiene mi perdón.
Turns pages. Well, I didn't see that coming. That happened at the end of all of that. I definitely see the maximalist pop thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, you guys remember when we watched that Bob's Burgers covering Joy Division and the Sun? I've never watched Bob's, so forgive me. Incidentally, some of their staff watched the show, which I think is really cool. Shout out to the Bob's Burgers staff. Oh, hilarious, but shout out to those guys. But it kind of reminded me of that moment where they, like, you saw, what his name is, Jeanne, I think. Like press the button and you have those like really fast drum bits like that seem like somehow too much, but in time, I don't know. Got to run an ad. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. You gotta love when you do the oops mute. The last I've gotten Walt stream. Yeah. Believe it or not, in the next 2 Wednesdays, we're gonna have like short streams. I had to trade days off, but that's effectively why we are here. Shampoo Slewer Slide, welcome to the Rooskies. Rooskies, make our new friend feel at home. So interesting name. Anyways, let's get into back to our album here. We are going into Divinize in Catalan and English. Really love the lo-fi sound that she's captured in this album. Cotillion, is that just Spanish? Like, hang on. Yeah, it's Spanish, but from Spain. I was introduced to you by Ale last night, and I've been enjoying your reactions. Yo, well, welcome to the Rooskies. Rooskies, make all of our new friends feel at home. Jeez, got a whole new crowd today just popping on and in saying, what's up? Make sure everybody here knows that they are welcome. And back.
What salvarías? Presenciamos acá. This ghost is still alive. I'm still alive.
Her voice.
Miss me back on my. Miss me back on my. Through my body, you can see the light.
Listen to the bass drumming. Listen to those. Listen to the drums. That's such a fast ping pong.
Through my body, you can miss me back on my.
Headphone crew.
Through my body, you can see the light. Bruise me up, I'll eat all of my pride. Know that I was made to divinize. So outside me, inside me, outside me, inside me.
Hot production used for good, yeah. I get her use of panning in the stereoscape here is just again really, really, really amazing. I want you to be listening to what seems like. What is that instrument? Oh, the flourish there. Such an interesting energy because the strings kind of imply that it's like, you know, kind of a more pensive movement, but the drums have such an anxiety. So it's almost like being quietly anxious is the vibe I get from this song. And I don't think based on the lyrics, I think that's kind of the vibe I get here too. You know, you throw in just by looking at it, you'd be saved, but don't take a bite. The ghost's still alive. I'm still alive. It's more alive than ever. Maybe it's a wrestling with one's own self. You know, attempting to live a certain way, but recognizing your flaw as a human, but still kind of putting yourself through the difficulty of following whatever it is your belief systems are. You know, maybe this is a comment on wrestling with one's own self. And that's why maybe the quiet anxiety, you know, because when I'm beating myself up, it typically isn't done frantically. It's typically done where I'm sitting to myself quietly spiraling, if that makes any sense.
I was made to divinize.
Welcome, Don Matameo. The lines of her body, that makes me feel like I don't know what that translation is. in the back. And it had a hard cut. Loved that. It had a hard cut. You didn't even get a little bit of Guys, you hear me talk about like loving when bands have concise endings. You hear me dunk on moments where bands board fade, but the hard cut is a special love in my life. There's something about the chaos and abruptness of it, especially when a hard cut happens in the middle of chaos, where you know that there's resolve if they would have just let the tape ring out. There's something about taking that away from you that's so abrupt and so captivating and so striking to me as an ending. I really enjoy it. It's almost like closing the book on the song.
Fina, de porcelana, rota en la esquina. Mi piel es fina, de porcelana.
Porcelana. I would have said porcelina, so I'm glad she said it. This is Spanish, English, and Japanese and Latin. Ryonen Genso, forgive me if I mispronounced it, was a Japanese figure from the 17th century. She wanted to become a Zen Buddhist nun, but was refused due to her beauty being potentially too distracting for the monks of the monastery. So she burned her face with a hot iron to prove her commitment to killing her ego in service of her faith. She later became an abbess of the monastery and a famous poet. Whoa. I've never even heard of such a story. That is so metal.
Mi piel es fina, de porcelana, rota en la esquina. Mi piel es fina, de porcelana y de hermana, luz que ilumina, ruina divina.
Whoa,
El placer
string
anestesia mi dolor, el dolor anestesia mi placer. Lo que tengo, lo que hago, mi valor, y el dolor siempre vuelve a aparecer. En ti no creo, hasta que te derrames en mi pecho, dentro de mi corazón y mi cerebro. Como un cubata cae en mi garganta y se vierte en mi pelo hasta el suelo.
It's so interesting how they combine this into...
Ego sam lux mundi. Ego sam nil, ego sam lux mundi. Ego sam lux mundi.
And this is featuring Dougie F.
Traje algo pa' que tú te relajes. Aquí tienes este homenaje. Soy la diva del tigueraje. Traje algo que te pueda coraje. En tu lore falta viaje, pero a ti te sobra equipaje. I know that the way that you
It's so interesting. Listen to this. It really does circle around the headphones. Headphone crew, you're eating good on this song. The sound textures aren't my favorite. I'm following along. I'm kind of more fascinated with what's happening than I am enjoying the song, if I'm being real. Like, I'm taking in the sonic moments of it because they're vast, But this song isn't my favorite. It's just got a lot of cool moments. The spinning around your ears there, though. What's up, Momo? Welcome to the Rooskies.
Y te puedo curar, yo te puedo elevar, yo te puedo humillar, para bien o para mal, transformar. Vivon antes de tearu, kimi ni dai nashi ni sareru mae ni, yabai yatsute omokana, motte umareta sai no nano, motte umareta sai no nano, watashi wa kaos no yo.
I do have to ask, if you do speak any of the native languages that are featured in this album, let me know how you feel she did with the accent, and you know, let me know how you feel she did with the delivery of the vocals in your language. Considering they're not all her mother tongue, right? Like, I'm interested to know how those cultures feel she did as far as you know, representing their tongue.
Traje algo pa' que tú te relajes. Aquí tienes este homenaje. Soy la diva del tigueraje. Traje algo que te pueda coraje. En tu lore falta viaje. Pero a ti te sobra
I agree with you, Crimson. That's kind of why I'm wondering. The stereo. I love the landing of this song. This has not been my favorite song, but this ethereal ending here, sort of coming up to this crescendo, seemingly. What a beautiful movement. So this is Mio Cristo Piange Diamanti. I'm guessing Italian, maybe? Yep, I was right. This song is Rosalia's attempt at writing an aria. Since Italian is a legacy language in opera, this whole song is sung in Italian. A famous Italian aria about Clare of Assisi, or Clara of Assisi, I'm not sure how they prefer it pronounced, inspired the lyrics of the song. That aria was written as a love song, non-romantic, between her and her dear friend and the church, who were both rebelling against the church at the time. In their opinion, the church had strayed into a very wealthy and materialistic dogma and mindset. Clare of Assisi and her colleague were trying to express that they should instead be finding wealth within their faith and not in the material world. W's for that perspective. And Mio Cristo Piange Diamanti.
Più bello che io abbia mai visto.
You're the most beautiful hurricane I've ever seen. I love that
Il
concept.
migliore dei dolmen si alzarebbe per te.
Oh.
Tremare la terra e si innalzi al tuo fianco, ma quando non riuscire ad elevarsi sei tu, imperfetti, agenti del caos, ci smontiamo come i miti, mio re dell'anarchia, mio astro imprudente, preferito quando piangi raccogli.
Some of these endearments in the lyrics are so nice. You know, you're the most beautiful hurricane, you know, or you're my favorite reckless star. It's like imperfect. There is this kind of love of the imperfection or the flaw that I'm really appreciating in the lyrics here.
Preferito quando piangi raccogli le tue lacrime e bagna la tua fronte, qualunque sia il crimine. Mio Cristo piange diamante.
Maybe the moment of the album.
Piange diamante. Mio Cristo in diamante, ti porto sempre, sempre, ti porto sempre, ti porto sempre, sempre.
Ugh.
La verità è che entrambi abbiamo macchia e nessuno dei due può sfuggire di l'altro. C'è sempre qualcosa di te che ancora non so, come il lato nascosto della luna, una volta svelato, so che non lo dimenticherò.
This really does write like a love letter to a friend that you're kind of lamenting to, and you know, like maybe even reflecting to, remembering from whence you came. But I don't know, the idea of my Christ cries diamonds, you know, like, I guess maybe to me and my faith that's meaningful, and beautiful imagery. I guess maybe the idea of writing it to somebody who shares your criticism of
nascosto dalla luna, una volta svelato, so che non lo dimenticherò.
And it does have like a love letter, like again.
Quanti pugni ti hanno dato che avrebbero dovuto essere abbracci. E quanti abbracci hai dato che avrebbero potuto essere pugni. Mio caro amico, l'amore che non si sceglie e non si lascia cadere. Mio caro amico, con te la gravità è graziosa, la grazia è grave. Cristo in diamante, ti porto sempre, sempre, ti porto sempre, ti porto sempre, sempre.
That's gonna be the energy. And then
She left that in there! Oh, yes! What? Yes! Song of the album so far. Yes! That was beautiful. Okay, coming in next, Rosalia, Björk, and Yves Tumor. I'm not sure. Let me know. Now the mega hit. Usually sounds like Eve. Read the doc. Okay. Great intro. Holy cats. Here we go. German, Spanish, and English. Hildegard of Benin, forgive me, guys, was not the only female figure to inspire the lyrics of this song, but she was the inspiration behind the choice to sing the chorus in German and with the choir. Hildegard was famous for being a polymath, writing choral music, and spoke a lot about the concept of unity with Christ, as did many saints. Okay. Let's hear that intro again, because that was captivating. The movements of this keep getting faster and slower.
Sé muy bien lo que soy, ternura pa'l café. Solo soy un terrón de azúcar. Sé que me funde el calor, sé desaparecer. Cuando tú vienes es cuando me voy.
It really does feel like it could be movie score, you know? Like, I could see this being movie score. It's got such attention to it. It's got such a speed up, slow down kind of like performative nature to it. Not performative, thematic, theatric nature.
Vienes es cuando me voy. This is
This is a massively popular pop album. It was not on my 2025 bingo card, that's for sure.
To save us is through divine intervention. The only way I will be saved. Divine intervention.
I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. 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 Love me. Till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me.
I don't know.
Love me. Love me. Love me. Love me.
That one perhaps not for me. that one perhaps not for me. Give me a moment. I'm actually going to get a drink really quick. I'm out of coffee and I need a beverage. Breakfast, oats overnight. Got some OJ as well. Okay, so the next one is La Perla. Let's check this out. And it's Spanish, no obvious connection to a saint. It's about Rosalia's experience in a toxic relationship. Got it?
Hola, ladrón de paz, campo de minas para mi sensibilidad. Playboy, un campeón, gasta el dinero que tiene también el que no. Él es tan encantador.
I love this kind of waltz thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Medalla olímpica de oro, el más cabrón. Tienes el podio de la gran desilusión. La decepción local rompe corazones nacional. Un terrorista emocional, el mayor desastre mundial. Es una perla, nadie se fía.
It's got a ballroom dance sort of vibe.
Una de mucho cuidado.
It's almost like I feel like it's kind of got like the intention is to give you like you're doing the same old song and dance. Maybe that's why it feels like it's waltzy, you know? You're kind of putting yourself through the same old thing.
Es una perla, una de mucho cuidado. El rey de la 13-14 no sabe lo que es cotizar. Él es el centro del mundo.
The knife sound?
Y ya después
It's a Walterooski. You're darn tootin'.
Por fin vas a terapia, vas al psicólogo, tal vez
I've liked this one a lot.
Pero ¿de qué te sirve si siempre mientes más que hablas? Te harán un monumento a la deshonestidad. No me das pena, quien queda contigo se cena. Siempre se autoinvita, si puede vive en casa ajena.
I think we all know people like that.
Tremendo desastre, dirá que no fue él, que fue su doppelganger.
I like that she leaves
Bueno,
these
es que,
moments in there.
claro, no referirse a él como icono sería para él una narrativa reduccionista, ¿me entiendes?
Nunca le prestes la, no lo devolverá. Salva la perdida, es su especialidad. La lealtad y la fidelidad es un idioma que nunca entenderá. Su masterpiece, su colección de bras. Si le pides ayuda, desaparecerá. La decepción local rompe.
I never understand how people fall for guys like that, because like I've just never been a guy that could like treat a person that bad. Maybe it's like I'm so terrified of being treated that way that like I could never do that, but if you find yourself in a relationship with the person something like but not necessarily this, get out of it. Don't stay there and do that to yourself, because at a certain point you're choosing that treatment, dude. Here, take it from me. If you get treated bad, go.
Tremendo desastre, dirá que no fue él, que fue su doppelganger.
to stay when they get
Su
that way.
masterpiece, su colección de bras. Si le pides ayuda, desaparecerá. La decepción local rompe corazones nacional.
I would never blame victims. Ever. I don't know if that's a healthy way of looking at it. I'm just saying we all have the power within ourselves to stand out of our circumstances. You know, I don't want... It is a trap. In the same way that people fell for Jim Jones, right? Charisma can go a long way. But you should still, I think, try your darndest to maintain your individual sense of, autonomy. I recognize what it is to be in a toxic relationship. I recognize how hard it is to leave a toxic relationship. I know that it can be scary and frightening, and it can feel like there's no support. I'm choosing to believe you aren't thinking about what you are saying. I'm coming from a place of experience here where I had, I had the realization I had to choose myself, and sometimes I recognize that not everybody has a circumstance, but I also think you can't generalize, encouragement to dunk on the people who it doesn't apply to, because again, there's going to be a circumstance in every single case where you can be like, we can't say that because it could giving a pep talk, I think. Yes, I am giving a pep talk. That's exactly what it is. Have it within yourself to stand up for yourself and the goodness that you deserve is what I'm attempting to say. I don't think there is any way, shape, or form me saying it's a victim's fault. I think that you, at a certain point, though, do choose bad treatment when you could get out of here. Like, when you could get out of the position. Even through difficulty, it is a choice to step away from. I think it's at a certain point, you're choosing that treatment part. But is it wrong? Because maybe that's my circumstance, but I do think that there is a choice to it, and I think to take choice out of it allows somebody to make themselves a victim of again, I'm looking at my experience. I made myself a victim of problems I created. So I couldn't be mad at anybody else for not breaking up with the relationship that was bad for me. I had to get out of it and walk through the difficulties, And yeah, some people are in violent situations, some people are in hard situations. And to those people, I have every bit of sympathy, understanding, empathy, and prayers for. And yeah, again, you're absolutely right. My experience isn't the same, but no one experience is, So we shouldn't take encouragement out of context. And I think we can all agree that there is a point in our lives where we choose to accept bad treatment instead of standing up for ourselves. And that's, I guess, what I'm trying to speak into. If you have been put to a place where you're so down that you cannot get out, I choose to believe that nothing is truly hopeless. Might be scary, but might be difficult, might be hard, but I don't think anything is ever truly hopeless. And I would just pray that, choosing yourself becomes something that you can do. If for whatever reason it is not within your circumstance. It is a little sad to me that I have to caveat encouragement in that way. Because I think we should all know the heart it's coming from. I would never, ever, ever, ever blame a victim. But I would say, if you have made yourself the victim of a problem that you created, let's work on taking a new perspective.
Su masterpiece, su colección de bras. Si le pides ayuda, desaparecerá. La decepción local rompe corazones nacional.
Thank you for the 90 tickle bitties.
Emocional, el mayor desastre mundial. Es una perla, nadie se fía. Es una perla, una de mucho cuidado.
A pearl, a nasty piece of work. So like a beautiful body, but just not a good person. This next one is Mundo Nuevo. Nuevo means new. Spanish, no obvious connection to a saint. Okay. Mundo Nuevo. There it is.
Quisiera yo renegar.
It's like that happens in the right ear and then decays into the left. You hear that? That's kind of a cool. You hear it press in the right ear and then decay over to the left. I love when stuff like that happens.
Yo quisiera renegar de este mundo por entero, volver de nuevo a habitar. Amar de mi corazón.
Do you think it was intended to have this kind of like, almost like it's got parts in a play or in a like a story? It feels like it at some points it has like these movements of like what you would see in a play. Maybe the obvious thing is like the opera. Maybe, I don't know.
Volver de nuevo a habitar. Por ver si en un mundo nuevo tal vez llegue en un mundo nuevo y se encontraba más verdad.
Like it has parts to it, it seems. I can't decide if it's like supposed to follow Deepak opera quantum idea. I'm actually not sure. I don't listen to opera, but it sometimes sounds like what I imagine opera to sound like. I would imagine that too. I mean, I think all of us have probably like heard opera, even if we couldn't say like a particular opera song. But so I think maybe most of us have like a conceptual idea of what it is, if not, you know, a true understanding of what it is. There is this thing that happens in it though, that it feels like some moments where it's, you know, there is just her voice and soft accompaniment. It feels like you're kind of hearing a monologue to whatever it is we're in the midst of. She's got these moments where she's delicate. She's got these moments where she's belting. She's got these moments where it seems like she's truly pensive and reflective. And I really appreciate the melting pot of kind of genre she throws into this. Like, you know, we're roughly 8 songs in. We're about, I would imagine, halfway through the album. And it's got this vibe that kind of, I'm trying to think of how to describe it, but it's like, I don't know other than to say, like, the mood of the music very frequently matches the mood of her voice. And when you have those things kind of thrown into, it really does just it's an emotionally turbulent album. That's the simple version of what it is I'm trying to say. Her ability to have these big moments with her voice, as well as these small, delicate moments with her voice, I think kind of adds a layer of thematics to it. You know, you're seeing her kind of walk through life in different pensive considerations. These fuzzy, overdone drums, though, real compressed. Oh, I was in the wrong song there. Okay, hang on. Well, I guess now this is the right one. Spanish and Ukrainian. Olga of Kiev was married to a 10th century ruler of Kievan Rus and ancestor to modern day Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. Her husband was murdered by a rival tribe, putting her in command. She went on a campaign of vengeance against the rival tribe and orchestrated a great victory over them. The victory put down the foundations for what would later become a Christian country, and Olga was baptized into the faith later in her life and proclaimed a saint after her death. The Ukrainian lyrics about revenge are inspired by her. And actually, I have to listen to it after the ad break. So give me a few. All righty, friggin' dighty. Guys, let us get back into this thing. Do forgive. De Madrugá, I think.
Como que de madrugá, 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 de madrugá. La cruz en el pecho calibra mi cuerpo para desquitarme. Yo tengo derecho. La cruz en el pecho calibra mi cuerpo para desquitarme. Yo tengo derecho. Me pesa la cadena. De madrugá, de madrugá, de madrugá. Tanto mira para atrás. De madrugá, de madrugá, de madrugá. No hay un arma, una Glock o Beretta que dispare y te traiga de vuelta. Jeanne шукаю помсти шукає мене.
It really, I cannot get past how much it reminds me of movie score. Like, it seems like it could be a musical. Come on, baby.
Que dispare y te traiga de vuelta. Jeanne шукаю помста шукає мене. Jeanne шукаю помсти. Todos los luceros del cielo se reflejan en mi pelo. Traigo mil lenguas de fuego. Como que todas en mi pelo. De madrugá, 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 de madrugá.
See, it has these like hip hop things, but it's also got these like string symphony build up moments. It's really cool to me that they have so many things kind of overlapping and really not in ways I would expect them to overlap.
De madrugá, 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 de madrugá.
Okay. Sorry, I took a bigger gulp than I anticipated. Next one is Dios Es un Stalker. God is a stalker? Is that what that means? God is, I think that's what she's saying. Not connected to a saint is sung from the perspective of God. Okay.
Yo te sigo, tú improvisa, si vas lento o si vas deprisa, nunca te enteras que soy tu sombra y esa es mi manera de demostrar que te he pensado y te he extrañado. Yo me sé tu
it's like a divine version of every move you make by the police. Omnipresent beings are beating the stalking allegations. Are not beating. Yeah, if you're omnipresent, it's hard to get past that. It's not your fault you're everywhere. This song was basically written about Q from Star Trek. What's this called? Pizzicato?
Dueña del mundo y de las ideas. Todo el mundo me quiere de su lado. Tengo el buzón explotado. Vivo las nubes arriba y el diablo presta apretado. Me encanta hacer carreras con el tiempo, a ver cuál de los dos llega antes a ti. No soy una zona en un momento, soy el laberinto del que no puede salir. Atrás de ti voy, yo que siempre espero que vengan a mí. No me gusta hacer.
See this moment where you have the piano come in and it kind of sounds like a samba. Yeah, that's not. I was literally saying the same thing. I don't like to make divine intervention, but I'm going to stalk my baby.
En tus sueños, cazadora, una sniper, francotiradora, la culpable, la que te sube la adrenalina. Doblo contigo todas las esquinas.
I feel like I could salsa to this.
Te vigilo más que tus vecinas. Soy tus ojos, soy tu guardaespaldas. Soy tus guantes y el sol que te calma. Soy un prado hecho de morfina. Cuando quieras me caminarás. Detrás de ti voy, yo que siempre espero que vengan a mí. No me gusta hacer intervención divina, pero a mi baby yo no voy a estar fiel.
If you don't know, look at the birds of the air. They do not reap or sow away in barns. They do not sow or reap or stow away in barns, but your heavenly Father still stalks them. It's funny because I say consider the birds because Matthew, 6:26. That's where that verse comes from. So the play on your heavenly Father stalks them. Kind of. I think even God would laugh at that one. I know a lot of practitioners of my faith would not think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I think God probably would think it's hilarious too. I think respect can come with a sense of humor, and I kind of think he would laugh. Yugular, forgive me, I'm terrible. Rabbi Rabia Basri is a Sufi mystic and poet. Rosalia was inspired by her willingness to love the divine beyond everything and her commitment to the concept of the all-encompassing and ever-present God. There's a famous story about Rabia, walking through the streets of Basra holding a bucket of water and a torch, proclaiming that she wished to extinguish hell and burn paradise, so that those who are faithful to God would love him not for reward or out of fear, but for purely the sake of love for him. Wow, if you hear me talk about my faith, you've probably plainly heard me say, do not be faithful for a risk or a reward system. Be faithful because the world needs good people. Be an altruist for altruism's sake. So I really love that concept. In Spanish, Arabic, and English.
Las líneas de mis manos. Cuántas historias caben metidas en 21 gramos. Tú que tan lejos y a la vez más cerca. Tú que tan lejos y a la vez más cerca que mi propia vena yugular. Menagles
The guitar in the back is amazing.
Mira, yo no tengo tiempo para odiar a Lucifer. Estoy demasiado ocupada amándote a ti un nivel. Mi corazón que siempre está en una carrera. Estoy cortando las flores antes de que sea primavera. Donde están los caballos, los míos bien amarrados. La sangre y la suerte, aquí mano arrastrado. Tu amor es una avalancha.
It's interesting how you take so many different styles, even like, you know, it kind of, you have the Spanish style guitar. You've got that, like, you know, classical acoustic thing happening that just is so fulfilling, but it's met with like symphony orchestra and these interesting drums. It's so many different things done so subtly at the same time.
Por su propio peso al existir. Ayer, hoy y mañana, la nieve en la que me quiero hundir. Menagles kuda merusame. Menagles ahdemul gahim.
Wow. Almost like cathedral.
Yo ocupo en el mundo y el mundo cabe en mí. Yo ocupo el mundo y el mundo me ocupa a mí. Yo ocupo en un haiku y un haiku ocupa un país. Un país cabe en una astilla ocupa la galaxia entera cabe en una gota de saliva, ocupa la quinta avenida, cabe en un piercing ocupa una pirámide, y una pirámide cabe en un vaso de leche, y un vaso de leche.
There is a verse in the Quran, I believe, that states God is close to believers, or is closer to believers than their own jugular vein, which is why this song is called that. Oh.
Ocupa un ejército y un vaso de leche. Ocupa un ejército y un ejército cabe metido en una pelota de golf. Ocupa el Titanic cabe en un pintalabios, ocupa el cielo la espina, una espina ocupa un continente, y un continente no cabe en él, pero él cabe en mi pecho ocupa su amor, en su amor me quiero perder.
Patti Smith sings on this?
7 heavens, big deal. I want to see the 8th heaven.
That's Patti Smith!
7 heavens, big deal. I want to see the 8th heaven, 10th heaven, 1000th heaven. You know, it's like break on through the other side. It's just like going through one door. One door isn't enough. 1,000,000 doors aren't enough.
Can we get some W's in the chat for Patti Smith, whose catalog I'm absolutely excited to dig into? what a way to stick the landing on that song. Oh my gosh. A million the doors is not enough. Oh man. This was great. That might have been my favorite song on the album. That one or Mio Cristo Piange Diamanti. That I think those two have been my favorite so far. Have any of these stuck out to you more than others? Like, are any of these ones that you guys are being taken with for first timers of the album? How's it hitting you? And let's go into Focu Ranni. I don't know. I feel like my pronunciation all day is going to be the worst. And this is in Sicilian. It's so cool that a global pop star is singing in Sicilian in 2026. Santa Rosalia Palermo, possibly Rosalia's namesake, was a normal noblewoman who was so devout in her faith she decided to reject her status and wealth and decided to live in a literal cave. On the cave wall, she wrote, "I, Rosalia, daughter of Sinbad, lord of Monte della Rose, and Quisquina, forgive me, have taken the resolution to live in this cave for my love of the Lord Jesus Christ." Wow. Okay. Cinnabald, not Sinbad. Fine. I love this brown, just chaotic mess of tape loop stuff. Oh, yeah, dude.
Me solté la coleta, quería ir de blanco y fui de violeta. La arena que en tus manos la sujetas resbala de tus puños y la aprietas. Mejor hablar ahora que callarme para siempre. Y puedo decir que estoy en paz por mi lado. No sé.
Oh, no. Anti-drop.
Nunca de tu propiedad. Seré mía y de mi libertad. Lo que se construyó con amor es más difícil de incendiar. Pero habrá fuegos.
The drum panning is happening as well.
Podrás apagar.
These loopy sounds, I don't understand them, but it works in the song.
Ya nadie tirará rosa al cielo, ya no habrá borrachera ni flores, ya no habrá nadie que bendiga un amor que en verdad desconoce. Grabé tu nombre en mis costillas, pero mi corazón nunca tuvo tus iniciales. Tarde o temprano el destino te golpea, aunque ignores sus señales. Tu me Focu Ranni, billete y un talón en ti, pero no perderé a libertad.
Wow.
L'amore senza legge è l'unico che ci tasse. Mi è con talenti prima da bruciare.
I really enjoyed this one. I wasn't sure about it, but it won me over. The glitchy pop stuff is kind of cool to me. So Rosalia has said she's very aware. She's asking a lot of the audience to sit and listen to the whole album since it can be a hard to digest in one sitting. But she wants to get away from the dopamine farming music she's used to. I appreciate the heck out of that. I also love that she threw herself into a fully artistic, endeavor, like for the sake of art and not for the sake of business. I mean, sure, she gets paid to do her art, and that's dope. But I appreciate that she's approaching it in this way. Going into Sauvignon Blanc. This is in Spanish. Teresa of Vila is most known for being the subject of the Ecstasy of Saint Teresa, a sculptural altarpiece in white marble set in an elevated Aedicule in the Cornero Chapel of the Church of Santa Maria della Vittoria in Rome. It was designed and carved by Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Throughout Teresa of Avila's life, she had many visions and bouts of religious ecstasy where she experienced perfect union with God. Wow. Good on her. Here we go.
Mi luz la prenderé con el Rolls Royce que quemaré. Sé que mi paz yo me ganaré cuando no quede nada que perder. Ya no quiero perlas ni caviar. Tu amor será mi capital. ¿Y qué más da si te tengo a ti? No necesito nada más. Sauvignon Blanc a tu lado, mi futuro será dorado. Ya no tengo miedo del pasado, está en el fondo de mi copa de Sauvignon Blanc.
You hear the subtle
En mi copa de Sauvignon Blanc.
atmosphere in the back behind the piano.
A mi Dios escucharé, mis Jimichu yo las tiraré, mi porcelana la dejaré caer y regalaré mi piano de pared. Estoy bien si estás tú, si hoy estás tú. Sauvignon Blanc a tu lado, mi futuro será dorado. Ya no tengo miedo del pasado en el fondo.
The album cover makes a little bit more sense to me. It seems as though she's kind of in saintly clothing, but it also seems as though there's an element of like maybe straitjacket there in her clothes. I'm not sure because her arms are concealed for sure. She definitely seems like maybe she's got. I don't know. This is. I just now noticed the album cover kind of has like looks like nun dress in a certain way. Her bombastics in the background. You hear these like random snaps and like kind of like these sorts of noises with some reverb. It's very interesting how she's approached this. Going into Jeanne. And this is Joan of Arc, was a French peasant girl born in 1412, who heard divine whispers telling her it was her destiny to save France. Joan was a figure who showed great confidence in herself as well as in the plan she believed God had for her, and is the only martyr saint represented on the album. Okay. Got it. Here we go.
Entrégate, que no hay manera mejor de amar que aniquilarse. Et qui serais-je? C'était décidé.
Can I get a French translation for C'était décidé? What is that? I can't decide?
La vida es breve, se arrebata.
It was decided, thank you. The low rumble.
Sin nadie a su lado, ternura de tiempo afilado. Estando de pie parirás luz y las llamas destrozarán la cruz. Passez outre, épargnez-moi, l'épée m'a abandonné. Mon père, je ne serai ni un homme, non plus une femme. C'est mon cœur qui m'énomme. Si je vous quitte,
Oh, wow, dude.
si on m'invite,
She is so great at capturing these emotional moments. Really? Charlotte Gainsborough? Really? That one? No way, right? Really? Did she just call Charlotte and ask for help? She's credited as a lyricist. That's amazing. This is one of my favorites on the album, and that was before I knew Charlotte Gainsborough was in it. I think just as far as her being a writer, like I saw that name and I was kind of surprised, and now I'm feeling like she must have, maybe to get help with the French, called Charlotte and was like, hey, I'm working on this project. I would love your help. I'm a fan of your work, and I know you speak French. I don't know. That's the best I can figure. Maybe they were friends behind the scenes, but that's really cool. Asking for a friend who is Charlotte Gainsborough. Seriously. Like, wow.
Bienvenidos a Robóticas
Novia
con
Robot. Is that like your girlfriend, robot girlfriend? Spanish, Hebrew, Mandarin. The Mandarin lyrics are for Sun Buer, one of the Taoist 7 masters of Jojin. I don't know. Jojin. I forgive me. Jojin. I'm terrible. After her husband died, she ended up disfiguring her face to stop how she was being hypersexualized by others. The Hebrew lyrics are for Miriam, the sister of Moses, who is considered a rebellious figure and a female prophetess and is often associated with music. Got it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Novia Robot means robot girlfriend. Here we go. Translations English. Beautiful.
Un mundo de fantasía robótica femenina hecha para el placer y el sexo opuesto. Un auténtico robo de identidad, libertad y poder a mano armada donde todas somos invitadas. Y quien dice invitadas dice obligadas,
Kind of reminds me of...
rehenes, prisioneras.
Kind of has an imaginal disc vibe, you know?
Libertad y poder a mano armada donde todas somos invitadas. Y quien dice invitadas dice obligadas, forzadas, rehenes, prisioneras. Con cualquiera de tus compras tienes una garantía porque nuestra póliza siempre es para quedar bien.
Piano in the back.
Tenga el coste que tenga. Orgullosas de ser la empresa con mayor éxito en 2025, que más factura y más daño hace a todas nuestras hermanas. ¡Que viva la Electronic Puchaina!
Electronic Puchaina.
Quema el manual para lo mismo. Para lo mismo. Y este manual para los tuyos. Los tuyos. Los tuyos.
Like this part right here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like the sound effects that they have on the music is just so cool.
Los tuyos. Los tuyos. Los tuyos. Ya. Me liberé. Te liberé. Me liberé. Te liberé. Me liberé. Te liberé. Me liberé. Y te liberé. 激起人的有是你当经常拥有的。对不起，我当然拿到我时间是短暂的。
How did I really wonder how they feel they sang in her how she sang in their language. I'm really interested.
是你当经常拥有的。对不起，我当然拿到我时间是短暂的。Se la ro llevo tutu, mi rococo y tengo titu. Soy la diva, soy de Lulu. Tapo lo que él mataría y él dice que hay un trofeo que quiero por el que compito y ando soñando. Lo ilustraría
Kind of a pop banger there,
me
huh?
va a brillar. Hay un llavero que quiero colgarlo. Con él abriré todas las puertas que pueda encontrar. Y mi florero favorito no es el de Gatano.
Thank you for that, Crimson.
Al lado. Se quedó sin, digo yo, del yin que cabe en su corazón. Él lo que quiere es el poder. No entiende que nosotros nacimos con él. Pero será verdad que un día lo entenderá. Guapa para Dios, me pongo guapa para Dios. Nunca para ti ni para nadie, solo guapa para mi Dios. Guapa para Dios, me pongo guapa para Dios. Nunca para ti ni para nadie, solo guapa para mi Dios. No la de ti le importa. ואני מורדת להיוולד מחדש. אם לחץ מייצר יהלומים. למה אנחנו כולנו...
If pressure makes diamonds, why then aren't we all shining? Wow. So you say the Hebrew isn't bad, so she did a good job with the Hebrew? All right, La Rumba del Perdón. Let's see. Guys, have you had a specific favorite yet? This one is in Spanish. Let's check it out. Come on, baby. Here we go.
De corazón, inseparables, pero algo pasó. Había un kilo sin corte. tocaba la guitarra. ¿Qué será lo que pasó? Que de golpe la guitarra ya no sonaba y ni sonaba el teléfono. No sería tan amigo cuando aflojó las cuerdas de la guitarra. De las primeras al bordón, y ahí dentro metió el kilo, igual que el kilo.
The energy behind it with the claps.
También desapareció, pero yo todito te los perdono. Todito te los perdono. Todito te los perdono. Todito te los perdono.
The bass thump there, huh?
Me dijiste, voy a bajar por tabaco. Mírame a los ojos a tu hija menor. Le prometiste que no tú estarías de vuelta. Y nunca volviste a cruzar el umbral de la puerta por la que te fuiste.
Oh,
Pero
wow.
yo sé que tú eres pa' mí. Yo sé que tú eres pa' mí. Yo sé que tú eres pa' mí. Yo sé que vendrás a mí. Dice la calle que tú eres pa'
Yo,
mí.
PJ, thank you for gifting a sub to EO. Or PRJ.
Dile a tu madre que tú eres pa' mí.
The chorus with the... with the background vocalist and the choir.
El que no tiene sangre metida en las venas. Primero viene el veneno y luego la pena.
Presence of this
La que
acoustic
piensas
guitar
que puede
rumbling.
escaparse del plan divino.
El que le está gritando del quinto al cuarto a su vecino.
La que siempre está dando muela y en habladuría. El que nunca dice lo que piensa aunque debería.
El que me dejó a mí antes que dejar su botella. El que se muerde los puños de rabia.
Oh,
Y la
wow.
rabia la muerde a ella. Cuando el poder pesa más que el amor. Cuando el miedo está en ti y el deseo a tu alrededor. El que mató a puñalas y el pulso ni le tembló. Clava un cuchillo tan hondo que lo...
The eeriness of the buildup of the strings really just has this presence, like continuously building up, but it's not doing it all at once. It's kind of building in parts.
El que mató a puñalas y el pulso ni le tembló. Clava un cuchillo tan hondo que lo...
Like build, plateau.
Que tiene alma de santo pero sigue pecando.
Cuando has mentido por mentir o has mentido por tu verdad. Cuando has querido más de lo que Dios te ha querido dar.
Anudar y desanudar, desnudarse y desnudar. Para hacerlo como se debe. Tres cosas necesitarás: fuego en las manos, ternura en los ojos y a mí presente en el lugar. Técnicamente eso sería un trío.
But if I only watch, it
pero
won't
si
count.
solo miro, no
Quite a
contará.
threesome, I guess, huh? Okay, we have two songs to go on this thing. Memória and Magnolias. How are you guys feeling about this? It's funny because this is certainly outside of like what I would normally listen to. This one's in Spanish and Portuguese with no obvious saint associated. And finally, does it stick the landing? This particular song is very representative of what Rosalia's music sounded like prior to the album. Her fusion of flamenco and pop is what she is known for. Okay, good nugget there,
No te
Cone.
lembras de mí.
Long shot, but have you ever heard of Enrique More? Nope, I have not. He's a flamenco superstar, and Estrella, no idea. His father, he was a great noise rock collaboration with. Yeah, I had no idea. Ale, you're right. That was a long shot.
Ainda sabes
You were talking about the previous song. Hey, thank you.
de onde eu vi que sou esta que aqui estou.
Love the
Diz-me
harp.
no meu olhar triste que alguma memória existe. E ainda sabes quem sou. Diz-me se ainda tropeço, se me alegro, se agradeço, ou se ainda sei cantar. Recorda-me, por favor, alguma coisa, o que for.
Is she singing of a conversation in
Não
prayer, maybe?
consigo lembrar. Vem comigo pela cidade, diz-me com sinceridade se tu te lembras de mim. Onde cresci, amei, com quem vivi e me dei, ou se a algo eu pus fim. Será que tu me conheces? Que o tempo passa e não esqueces quem eu fui e sou, enfim. Oh, meu doce coração, diz-me se sabes ou não, ainda te lembras de mim. Siempre que me acuerdo de algo, siempre lo recuerdo un poco diferente. Y sea como se hace recuerdo, siempre es verdad en mi mente. Y si mi alma se derrama en la falta de pasado, es el olvido. Cuando muera solo pido no olvidar lo que viví. Oh, será que tú me conheces, que o tempo passa e não esqueces que eu fui isso, enfim.
I think that I've identified that she's pulling saints from all, really, the faiths of the world, right? So I think it's safe to say that whatever saint that faith represented, that faith is being represented, whether it's like a Catholic scenario, whether it is, a Buddhist, whether it is, any, we're seeing it everywhere. Christian. I think the point is, saints of any of the faiths.
Coração, diz-me se sabes ou não, ainda te lembras.
The use of the glitch stuff without the overuse of it has been really tasteful. We're going into the final song, Magnolias, which is Spanish. And give me a sec, Magnolias, and Anandamaye. Ah, man, forgive me. Anandamayi Ma, a Hindu mystic. In Hinduism, death is not an ending. It is seen more as a transformation. There are famous pictures of showers of flowers being rained down on her casket as more of a symbol of a celebration of change and not as a tragic event. Got it. And guys, this is the last one on the album, so you got to let me know, does it stick the landing, and how is this album hit you. How have you enjoyed it? Let's hop back into her, shall we? Here we go. Is this clarinet?
Dicen que si vieras pasar a tu lado la muerte en la Mercedes, la que se alarga, te da buena suerte. Todos habéis venido hasta mis enemigos. Hoy lloran.
Oh, wow. So you're singing about it as though you're watching it from the death. Or from death.
Tírame magnolias, tírame magnolias, tírame magnolias, tírame magnolias.
That was interesting. I don't know what that is, but it is captivating as all get out.
Sobre mi ataúd, que temes quemando rueda, lágrimas y goma se derriten la madera. Gasolina y vino
She referenced the very first song. She bookends it with this one. I love it. Does bookend super well by referring back to the beginning of the song, or the beginning, the first song. She definitely imaginatively lived their experiences. Oh, hey, sweet boy. I'll be right there.
Algún que otro navajazo me he llevado de la vida. Ella a mí me desarmó y yo le estoy agradecida. Y lanzará azúcar moreno sobre mi ataúd. Quedaros despiertos hasta que vuelva otra vez la luz. Promete que me protegerás. A mí y a mi nombre, mi ausencia.
It definitely gives me the impression.
De las estrellas, hoy me convierto en polvo para volver con ella.
I definitely get the impression that maybe this is an artistic representation of what it is to consider a belief system or a faith, like, and really to search into it. Like, for her to search into the saints and maybe what they meant. For her to dig into these things, when God descends, I ascend, we'll meet halfway. That, you know, there is, I think, something so inspiring about her digging into these things, asking questions, and kind of researching what it is she might have felt about these different people that were clearly representative and die-hard, steadfast of their faith, you know? And I think the melting pot of genre, the melting pot of language. And it does go perfectly in with this month's album tour theme of you know, albums of the world, and that the idea that music speaks every language beautifully, even if it's not necessarily spoken in your mother tongue. A good song is a good song no matter the language, and I think that this album really proves that. I also think artistry knows no bounds. And I think when you have an artist that really decides they're not going to be limited by the constraints of genre or language, you can really come out with something really beautiful and meaningful and internationally recognizable. Really, really, really cool stuff. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.